Guys, my name's Kieran, I'm the Idol Digidestined, and today we're doing another 1-hour test run. Now, I was thinking about games that relate to me, you know, being an idol digi, you know. I had I don't want to call it the misfortune. So back during the pandemic, oh no, was it slightly before the pandemic or after? So a while back, there was a super massive itch.io, super massive itch.io things that included games ranging from Celeste to small indie games to assets to make games or assets for streamers. It was super big, and so I have a lot of games, like a lot of games that I just totally forgot I owned. Holy shit, forgot I owned. And this one here, I think I might have turned on once or twice when I was actually going ahead and doing stuff. So I might have set my toes in a couple times with this game, but it just looks so interesting. And it fits so well. I love, or Ai-dol, artificial intelligence idol. What is this? What is this? I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming it's like a visual, a VSIM? The night is dark and cool. A soft but insistent wind blows through the streets, shaking trees and catching the coats to the passing pedestrian shivers. Hands are inserted firmly into pockets. All eyes are focused down on the gray sidewalk. Street lamps flicker at intervals, dotting the ground with pools of synthetic light. A few moths flutter about the artificial glow, desperate for warmth in the bitter cold. Tires screech across the tarmacs, headlights flickers, a horn honks. In the corner of the cityscape, nestles between a large glass building, as thoughts has always been there and always will be. It's the headquarters of one of the most well-known manufacturers of idols, Liqueur. Yes, manufactured, as in the most literal sense of the word. Please don't do this. A man's voice cracks. He holds one of his hands against his chest, his large eyes imploring. His hands crumpled with his collars around his crook, for his forehead is slick in his sweat despite his chill night air. I've worked so hard for this cause, you know that. You should know. I've been here since the very beginning, so why? The man straightens, but his voice trembles, so does his body as his arms fall against his sides. The tendons beneath his skin tense from his fingers clenching into fists, though his actions don't promise violence. He's always been a retiring sort. He has to be. It's not possible to make it from the top if you have to temper, not in Liqueur. The president has no use for workers who argue back. The programmer knows this. He knows simply by standing here he's just digging his own grave. But what other choice does he have? Why are you doing this to me? The president surveys the harried programmer, his fingers steepled together. His eyes are cold and hard. Are you already not aware of your position? I'd appreciate if you could be more transparent, sir. Well, it's fairly simple. Liqueur is an influential company, but it's only been keeping our employees on a tight leash that we've been able to dominate our market so thoroughly, and we will not tolerate insubordination. It is as simple as that. But the president raises his hand and looking disapprovingly like a father scolding a naughty child. It stings. Please cease complaining. You should have known what would happen the moment you tampered with various files. I never! Your behavior could be considered hacking, legally speaking. You're lucky we're not pursuing this matter further. I didn't do anything of the sort. That isn't true. We have it on file. Your account accessed and edited several files beyond your authorization. Do you have any proof? As the president, I have no obligation to show you any proof. I'm simply stating the facts. The color drains from the programmer's face, but not that it's immediately apparent. The president's office is far nicer than his cubicle as the note struck haphazardly to the pinboard and rings numerous coffee cups on the desk, bathed in darkness. In addition, you have been intimate knowledge of the programming of our virtual idols. That makes you a threat to security. The young man opens and closes his mouth. The words not come out. There is no other words to say. He's already lost. He lost the moment he entered the president's office. The president is not a man to be argued with. It is not possible. His defenses are immaculate, like a chess computer that has studied the moves of thousands upon thousands of professional players. How could a mere human ever hope to face off against a monster like that? You will leave the premises and never return. Any attempts to resist, you will be taken seriously. If any such unpleasant situations arise, you'll be prosecuted and sent to prison for damages. As I have said, you are being awfully lenient with you in defense to the time you have poured into our projects. You were a good employee. You worked hard. I respected that. We at the Career all respected that, and this is the least we can do for you. I had no desire to humiliate you more than you've been already. But that's a lie. It's all a lie. These platitudes are nothing more than salve to make the pain of dismissal sting less, but they don't work. With that being said, I want to thank you on behalf of Lycreus for your years of hard work and dedication. Good night. And goodbye. Forever. For a few moments, wild thoughts ran through the programmer's head. He imagines taking a step forward and sinking his fist in the president's jaw. But the moments pass. He doesn't move. Instead, he stands there still as a statue and breathing slowly. Yes, why are you still standing here? Do you need someone off the premises? The young man shakes his head. He's already humiliated himself enough tonight. That would be the final straw. It's quite all right. But it isn't. My apologies. I'll see myself out. Very good. Then, as you will. The president's voice is hard as steel. It leaves no room for argument. The programmer wants to ask what will happen to his belongings, but he doesn't have too many things in his office as he really cares about. Just his mug, a potted plant, and a few photographs. Knowing the effects of the aircraft, they're all packed up for him already. His mug, his plant, his photographs might be waiting for him on the doorstep of his apartment in a cardboard box written with his name on it. He sniffs. His eyes are moist. He's gonna cry, isn't he? He's too old to cry, but he tries to remain cool and calm. Dignified. What else does he have left? Honestly here, I don't remember any of this. So I'm pretty sure I've maybe touched this game once or twice. I remember seeing that art somewhere. Don't mind me. Okay, I don't know if the song is copyright, so I'm gonna skip it. My apologies to the devs. Okay. Coco. Hey, Hannah, honey, there's a package for you. For me? That's enough of an incentive to make me take off my headphones. I'm not the kind of girl who gets excited as a general rule. Not that that's really any real rule or anything. I just mean today's the day of the world's overpopulation and rising unemployment, the digitization of and the digitization making a lot more jobs out of the country defunct. It's hard to get excited about anything much, other than the impending doom of our civilization. That sounds a bit depressing, though, so I'll stop. There's no point in getting upset about things I can't change. I mean, I'm just a high school student. I'm probably too young to worry about stuff like that. That's what Mom tells me, and speaking of Mom... Hannah, do we need to get up there and get you? No, it's fine, just a sec. I exit my room and walk down the stairs, taking my time, my fingers barely brushing the handle. I know, it's not exactly ladylike, but everyone gets excited when they hear the 5 magical worlds. There's a package for you. It never fails to make my heart skip a beat. Goodness, Hannah, it took you long enough. Sorry, I was listening to music. You're always listening to music. That's why your hair's so messed up. It looks like you've been dragged over through a hedge. Is there any problem with that? I guess not. But as your mother, it's my duty to make sure you look adorable at all times. I thought that as your daughter, I already made you look adorable at all times. Well, more adorable. Mom's pretty relaxed as far as parents go, but she has this thing about my appearance. She loves fussing about me. I keep my hair short so she doesn't have to worry about it, but that doesn't stop Mom from licking her fingers and patting it down every time as our paths cross. What am I but a lion's cub? Never mind my hair. Aww. I bat my mom's fingers aside. My mom pouts childishly. She almost looks my age when she does that. It's a little disconcerting. Is this the package? As I point to the cardboard box lying at the foot of the stairs. I don't really know why I'm asking. It has to be the package because it's the only package in the immediate vicinity, unless it's some sort of cruel joke. My mom isn't the one to pull pranks like that, though, even if she does act like a kid sometimes. That's right, it only arrived a few minutes ago. Hey, do you mind if I take a sneak peek at it? I mean, if you want, just give me a sec to get it open. I retrieve a knife from the kitchen and return to the entrance hall and take a seat on the stairs. I guess I could take a package to my room. It's a lot cozier up there, but I'm too excited and I want to see what's inside the package now. At a glance, the package doesn't look important. It's a brown cardboard box sealed with the packing tape just like any other. However, there's one crucial difference. The Licorice logo is embossed on the side. It has to be that. There's nothing else it could be. Echo. Mom glancing at my face, I think my cheeks are turning red, and she laughs. My digs me in the elbow. You look like a maiden who's fallen in love for a first time. Mom! My face burns as I dig back. I know she's joking, but that might not be too far from the truth. My obsession with Aiko isn't dissimilar to love. But that's just ridiculous. For one thing, Aiko isn't even a real person. She's a virtual idol. For another, it's not like I've ever met her. She's a celebrity, beloved by millions, whereas I'm just Hana. Ogawa Hana, a 17-year-old high school student who lives in Fukuoka. I just listen to a lot of music and don't have very many friends, and my hair is short and choppy because taking care of it's a pain. That about covers it. There's nothing special to see here. Aiko, however, Aiko is special. Okay, as a VTuber here. Oh, why is the side blank there? I didn't realize there was a white bar there. I'm gonna just, No, I can't do that. God damn it. We're gonna have a white bar in the video here. I will fix that in a little bit. Once we get to a better stopping point. Or I might leave it there the whole video. Yeah. Aiko is really special. I'm glad Mom, well, maybe not understands, but at least accepts my Aiko obsession. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the big thing that I'm thinking. I'm thinking here that our MC is an artificial idol. That Licorice kind of like got rid of because she was a failure or something. Then there's also the thing here to note that that they're talking about virtual idols. They're talking about VTubers, but these are artificial AI ones like Nero-sama. Interesting. Sometimes she pokes fun and fun at my hobbies. It's not hard to, given my room's like a shrine to Aiko related merch, but she's never nasty about it. She doesn't sneer. That's a lot better than some people's mothers. Come on, Hannah, open it. She does, however, gets excited whenever a package arrives for me. Okay, calm down. I grip on the knife tightens, I bring the box and press the blade against one of the flaps. I slice open the package shaped a little practice motion. It's a motion of a person who lives solely for Aiko-related merch bought on the World Wide Web. I don't know how many boxes I've opened like this for the past couple years. I've lost count. This piece of merch, however, is a special. It sits in the box surrounded by styrofoam-shaped bubble wrap. I love bubble wrap. I think everyone does. It pops satisfying between my fingers and as I peel it away. Will let me have a go? Sure. My hand strips the bubble wrap over which the Canela manufactured nails. What did you get, Hannah? I turn the object over and hands this over its wrapping. It's extreme. Another box. A brightly pink emblazoned with images of Aiko. That's what's inside the box, or it's really important. It's a limited edition Aiko figure. I managed to get it on pre-order. I sighed softly, holding the box to my chest. A figure inside, unseemly, unworthy more in realities. Judging by the photos online, the figure has a lot of fiddly details. I hope none of them snapped off during transit. That happened to me before on the Christmas Aiko figure I bought last year, which is pretty cut up at the time. Maybe that's why I haven't opened up the box yet. That's why I want to bask in this feeling of satisfaction a little while longer. I didn't think I'd be able to get her. I mean, she was pretty pricey, you know how popular Aiko is. Yes. Mom smiles, still popping bubble wrap. What a kid. I know only too well. It still doesn't feel real. Well, it is real. If anyone deserves the limited edition figure, Hannah, it's you. And nobody loves Aiko as much as you. Thanks. I set the unopened box aside, recalling sentimental and finger. I've had space cleared on my shelf for the figure for a few months. Now I can finally put her where she belongs. The other Ai-dolls will feel less lonely now, for sure. I'm sure they'll be happy they'll have a new little sister. My figurines are sisters, aren't they? Since they look so alike, they're all Aiko after all. Although twins might be more fitting. But then I have more than 2 of them. Just how many Aiko figures do I own? 25? 30? I think I lost count after 18. Why do they call them 20-something children who were born from a single mother who are all identical? You know, Hana? Mom sets a bubble wrap aside and she looks a little bit more serious than usual. You're so serious about Aiko, and it's not a bad thing. She's cute, but I don't know how much about her music or songs are so catchy. It's hard to not smile when you listen to her. I just think it might be a good idea to put some energy into other things, too. I'm not saying you should stop collecting Aiko merchandise because I know how much she means to you, but I mean, it might be a good idea if you try making a few more friends. My mom looks at me hopefully, tilting her head to the side. Just a sprinkling? How could you even make a sprinkling of friends? Maybe if it's like cooking, you know? Maybe you just add a sprinkle of sesame seeds? I don't follow. And I'm not good at cooking. I'm not going about this all wrong. This isn't what I mean. Mom pulls her arm and she frowns. You know Nadeshko's caller, little Yuko? Yuko isn't little, Mom. She's 3 years older than me. We went to the same high school, but Yuko's already graduated. Didn't she audition for degrees? Yeah, she's working as an idol now. Well, about time. How would you love idols? Why don't you try and channel your passion into something productive? Have you ever thought about becoming an idol yourself? I think it'd be less surprising if my mom had turned into chickens. Normally, she'd expect a mother-daughter conversation about the subject of idols to be the polar opposite of this. An impassioned daughter would be begging, wide eyes, mascara smeared from the dramatic effect. She could please, 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 Tadashi curious, while her mother would be shaking her head sternly. Don't be silly, Sakura. Why Sakura? Why is the first name that came into my head? Perhaps it's because of the magical girl's name that I used to love. You have your studies. You can't waste your time chasing after dreams that might never come true. But my mom isn't like that. She's not Sakura's mom. She's seriously, genuinely asking me. She wants me to become an idol. My mom is kind of amazing in more ways than one. Unfortunately, I'm not sure about that. I like idols, but it doesn't mean I want to be one. But it would do wonder for your social skills, honey. Think about it. It would give you opportunities that you could only dream of. You could meet so many new people. And that's part of making me feel like throwing up. I'm not really a people person. Really, I couldn't. It's not for me. Can you imagine me on stage singing? That's a recipe for disaster. I may not be able to cook, but I can't tell you in that much. I know it might be hard for you, sweetie, but just hearing, I've heard you singing in the shower and you have a really good voice. It's just a little unpolished, yes, but I don't think it'd be any worse than some of these so-called idols you hear on the radio. In fact, even better. That, Aoki Tsubasa might not have a good voice, but she's appeared in several TV dramas. She's a good actress, outgoing, too, unlike me. Don't pull yourself down like that, dear. I'm not just saying that because I'm your mom. I really think you could do it. Maybe, but I have high school to worry about, and then college, and there isn't enough time. I know you're so serious about your studies, and I respect that, really. I truly do. I just wish you'd been half the student you were at your age, but you need to go out, meet people, have some fun. You can't stay inside your room all the time. It just isn't healthy. It hasn't killed me yet. Don't be so maudlin. I just wanted you to try. College can wait. Your father and I don't mind supporting you while you experiment with things. That's what life's about. Experimentation. You know, you won't grow up into a person if you don't try new things. Okay, fine. If you want me to, I suppose I can give it a go. Oh, Hana. My mom's eyes light up. I swear I can see hearts in her pupils. Do you really, truly mean it? If I get you off my back. There's no need to stopping me from auditioning others. They host new auditions all the time. They're always looking out for fresh talent, like some sort of all-consuming machine. I don't have any real faith in my singing, though. My warbling in the shower is laughable, and my stage presence is even worse. I'm not charming nor charismatic, no, I'm not pretty, so don't have anything to worry about. They won't pick me. They definitely won't pick me. There's so many talented girls out there in Fukuoka, I don't have a chance. I'll do this stupid audition and make myself look like an idiot, and then I can come back home and hide on the internet and at least say I tried. What else can Mom ask for? It's foolproof. Okay, and this is... So actually here, it has... Okay, no, it's just that one room, okay. This is unbearable. I sigh tugging at the hem shirts of back of the swiveling chairs. Pretty old and increasing protest. Enough money to worry about the chairs would be buying a new Ai-dol merchandise. And people usually say I'm so sensible. People being my mother. I don't often interact with people. Perching on the edge of my chair isn't exactly comfortable, but at least it gives me a little closer to the electronic fan sitting on my desk. The breeze runs through my short, choppy hair and makes it flutter about my cheeks. A few loose strands tickle my nostrils as I fight back a sneeze. On a hot, muggy day like this, my sighs feel warm. I think a sneeze would feel even warmer. I guess that's just how the world works. Global warming, melting ice caps, dying penguins. It keeps getting hotter and hotter during the summer too. One day it'll be so hot our planet will flood. Unless we turn the fish people with wet fingers and toes, we're going to go extinct. I think about that and it doesn't make me very happy, although I should focus on the positive. That's what Mom always says. Like, how Mom's nikujaga is really delicious, or how I don't need to worry about being an idol because I'll probably fail my audition, or how cute my new Aiko figure looks on my shelf. It could be worse, at least. I don't have to cram school in the summer. My grades are good enough that I can afford to shut in my self room and a hermit that just suits me just fine. So, I'm thinking here, now that I've heard all this, that this game is going to try and do the it's gonna try and do like the idol industry's bad motif, which I don't really like, but I understand where it's coming from. I'm happy like this. Really. Idly humming an Aiko song under my breath, I browse through the popular idol boards on my phone. Idol boards is a forum I frequent a lot. Although I've met a few people on here I kind of consider friends, there are some people on there that, well, please help me find my programmer. It is of the utmost importance. Seriously, Aiko. Are kind of annoying. More than kind of, actually. I have just not put myself getting my teeth together. It won't help matters if I wore down my tooth enamel. The do dentist, it'll solve going outside much more hassle. It's nothing I'm mad about. Probably just in Tile, or even 12 or 11, 13 push who think this is an RP board. They definitely take 5 minutes to read the rules. They realize role-playing isn't allowed. It can actually get you perma-banned by some of the more serious admins. Maybe I should just send them a message just to let them know. It's not like I have anything better to do. With a small side, I checked on private message presenting the name Heart Song. How original. I sent them a response. Hey, I don't actually know if you read the rules, but this isn't a role-playing board. This is strict moderation. Stick to this. For your sake, you should probably delete that thread. Right, that should do it. I just hope I wasn't too blunt. I've dealt with all sorts of unpleasant people on the internet, so I tend to be curt and snippy myself. I also have the unfortunate habit of assuming the worst about others. That isn't in regard to my online life, though. I do it in real life all the time, too. Whatever, it's not like I expect this kid to reply. That's probably why I started in surprising the new message on my screen. Greetings, Miss Flower. Thank you for your concern. However, I am the real Aiko. You don't need to be alarmed. I am not playing out a role or anything roles assigned to me. Sorry, I gotta go back. Greetings, Miss Aesthetic Flower. Thank you for your concern. However, I am the real Aiko, and you have no need to be alarmed. I am not playing a role other than the role that has been assigned to me by my programmer. There is nothing wrong with should be nothing wrong with being myself. Aiko. Huh? Now that's oddly formal. The vocabulary used in response is way more advanced than a kid's. I'm not really used to being dressed very respectfully, certainly not online, and not in a message make me plus. What in the world? This reads like it was written by my grandmother or the board literature staff. Of course, it's not enough to convince me it's the real Aiko. I guess I better reply. I'm sorry, but I find that rather hard to believe. Oh dear, which part are you having a hard time accepting with, I asked? All of it! I accept that this might be a shock, but I'm telling the truth. I promise you that I am the real Aiko. I don't care if you're a Cleopatra. This is seriously getting a hand. It doesn't make any difference to me if you delete the thread or not. But if you leave it up, you can get in trouble. Trouble? What manner of trouble? The moderator will probably kick you off the idol boards for good, especially if you keep acting like this. If you know what's good for you, you'll stop messing around. It's annoying. Forgive me, I hope I have not offended you, Miss Acidic Flower. As I said, I'm telling the truth. I have not been programmed with the capability of telling falsehoods. Sure, whatever. I realize you're probably busy, and I apologize for intruding. I am very in need of assistance. Would it be possible for you to converse further there? Seriously? They want to keep talking? Honestly, at this point here, if I was Hannah, I would definitely just be like, okay. Because here's the thing. Not something that everyone would know, but in idol culture, How do I explain this? Conversing with fans in idol culture was for smaller underground idols is not uncommon. So like for me to talk with chat or to interact with certain people wouldn't be uncommon, right? But for a larger idol, they don't need to do that. They don't need to rely on one or two fans, so it's not uncommon for them to converse. However, something that I feel like the game's probably not aware of here, or they're just simply not bringing up, or maybe Hana isn't aware of herself, is that in idol culture, it isn't uncommon for idols, even who are bigger, to go out of way to talk to fans and to talk to people on a lower level. You might have seen this here. There was like, how do I explain this? Handshake events that like AKB48 puts on and like those type of things, obviously interacting with fans. But like also for like some idols, they'll have like certain social media accounts where they will willingly go and respond to fans. So for example, Nano Gogo was a social media app I used to use a lot because I can interact with a bunch of HKT48 members. And I often actually would get responses from my Oshi, which was Machan, Maria Imamura, which was super exciting. Like, I was so pumped and excited. But that is not necessarily something that's super common. If Aiko is a top idol, probably wouldn't have an account like that. But in this situation here, I wouldn't think, after that serious response, after all of that, after knowing that a lot of the idols are virtual, I would definitely think, maybe she is telling the truth, and I would ask for some form of proof. But Hana being snot-nosed, like, I feel like she's kind of like a not bad protect, we're not that far enough in to know, but I feel like here she doesn't realize, like, I think she's too sheltered to understand, like, the real world. Because she's like, from what I've seen of her, she's like, the world's so bleak, everything's going to shit, everything's bad, nothing's good. And I'm just sitting here being like, Hannah, hold the phone, dear. Yes, all those things are happening, but there are still good things in the world happening, right? So, Don't they realize I'm not interested? What a pain. I bit my lower lip. I don't know why, but this whole thing is annoying. It's really annoying. I really let myself get worked up over trolls online, but I don't know if this person is a troll or not. They sound sincere enough, but their story isn't plausible. Neither is it possible. It can't be. Maybe that's why I blocked them. I don't want to get my hopes up. As if the real Aiko would ever post on an idol forum. I sigh. As if she'd ever talk to me. It's completely ridiculous. I stretch out my hands and bone click. That's enough of the idol boards for one day. What else can I do? Oh, maybe this swimsuit Aiko figure is back in stock on Ami Ami? Even if it isn't, looking at more Aiko merch should help calm me down. I need to decompress. I need to de-stress. I need to look at Aiko in a swimsuit. But the moment I set my phone down, oh, my phone let out a musical trip. What could that be? I glance, brushing at his display screen. You have a new contact. Heart Song has sent you a message. I frowned, clicking on the notification. I apologize, Mrs. Sunflower. I know you anyway, but I dare say I would not joke about a such thing. Aiko. What the? How did she get my contact info? There's something suspicious about this all. If this is a prank, it'd be an incredibly elaborate one, but something rubs me the wrong way. Something that a complete stranger from the internet forum added me as a contact on Paku Paku. The way I say she is, but Heartsong could be anyone. Find some sign off as Aiko. Here's the thing that I'd immediately click in. Like, if I'd blocked them, like, if I was, like, trying to be like her and I was, like, just getting frustrated and blocked them getting my contact details, so I think, how could they get my contact details? They could be a hacker. But that is not necessarily the easiest train of thought, right? If they're claiming to be Aiko, how could Aiko get my contact details? Her management, my file from last time I attended her concert, or got merch, or sent her something in the mail if I included my phone number or contact details in there. There are so many different ways someone can get your contact details nowadays. It's really scary. It seems so presumptuous. I don't know how you got my Puckapucka ID, and I'll report you to Keith for asking me to keep doing it. It's not funny anymore. I'm sorry, Miss Exemplar, I truly am. I know this is unforgivably rude, not to mention intrusive, but I need help. Actually, I would not resort to just drastic measures if I had any other recourse. If you're unavailable, you risk me another contact of who I could speak. It's not becoming to admit such things, but there's something I am worried about. Aiko. There's again that Aiko. Of all the impertinent things. This girl has an insult to Aiko fans everywhere. If it wasn't such a huge Aiko fan and casual pasta of her name wouldn't bother me so much, but I am a fan of Aiko and it does bother me. So here's the thing, I would tell her, I would tell a person, be like, hey, I'm a huge fan of Aiko. Whatever you're telling me, I don't think it's true. If you are truly Aiko, I'm sorry, because I am such a huge fan, but this is making me extremely frustrated and upset because I am a fan of Aiko, so please stop. If it was such a deal of appropriation, it wouldn't bother me, but I'm a Aiko, and it bother me, so it might bother me more than being hacked by one, almost. I suppose there's a chance it could be the real Aiko, but who am I kidding? I need to teach her a lesson once and for all. I agree with you, Heartsong. If you do need help, you need help getting over yourself. You're not the real Aiko, and you'll never be. You're just some bored no one who wants attention. Stop living in a dream and get a life. I understand you feel that way. I apologize for going this the wrong way. I truly do. I only hope to not upset you deeply. Some people just don't learn. Reply to her. Alright, that's something I can suppose accept your apology for now. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Aiko. No need to thank me. And you don't need to keep sending your name off the end of your messages. Oh, I don't? I thought it was polite to sign off one's name like writing a letter. Don't be stupid, you're not writing a letter. This is a messaging service. I can already see your screen name. Oh, I see. Well, I should have saved, this should save a lot of time. Thank you for telling me, Miss Clara. No problem. I mean, it's just common sense. Some people say I'm rather lacking in that department. I can tell. So what is it? What do you want? I suppose I should tell you what's been troubling me. I can't find my programmer. It's of the utmost urgency. I need to find him or her. How do you not know the gender of your home programmer is? It is complicated. I believe I used to know, but the place the information was stored has recently been wiped. Wiped by who? By Licorice. Why would Licorice do that to their own idol? That's the part of the issue. I can't remember it all. All the information pertaining to my true programmer has been deleted. I have been assigned a new head programmer, but I know he is not my original programmer. How can you tell? If he was, he would be more familiar with my internal processing. The plot thickens. I can feel myself getting drawn in. But this is ridiculous. I need to keep myself what's about me. Why would Aiko's, Licorice's most popular virtual idol, come to me for help? It doesn't quite add up. You know, unless this is some weird role-playing, I still think you're trying to trick me. Do you have any way to substantiate your claims? I will be making an appearance at a convention called Ai-dol Fest this weekend. Please see the attached clarification if you desire further proof. If so, that filter doesn't prove anything at all. These are adverts all over the internet town. If you could come to the event, I could give you a signal during my concert to prove who I say I am. Ah. I can feel my heart stuttering inside my chest. Is this for real? Is Aiko the object of my affections? No adortions for the last 2 years, truly offering to send me a special signal during her concert. Okay, I would totally take the bite and go to the concert, but I wouldn't tell Aiko where I was. I wouldn't tell anyone where I was. I would say I would see about going, and tell her to do not something super ridiculous. I would tell her to point over to a certain stand or something during a certain song in her set list, and so that I could know that she meant that, or do something like the Walkure W. For people who don't know, Walkure is like an idol group-ish from Macross. And essentially it's where you cross your ring finger and your middle finger and put your thumb down, and so it looks like a W for Walkure. I'd ask her to do something silly like that obviously no one would do, but wouldn't necessarily be out of the realm of possibilities of an idol doing. Yeah. No, I have to think of this logically. I need to cool down. Let's take this one step at a time. I don't want to sound too excited. Fine, I wasn't planning to go, but I have to see this for yourself. You're on. Thank you, Mrs. Sigler. You've been a great help. While you're at the convention, we can talk through the phone app and we'll speak again later. And the notification comes up telling me the name of Heartsong is busy. Busy doing what exactly? If Heartsong really is there, because she's probably packed schedule, interviews, photo shoots, appearances on the radio. If Heartsong's some random person on the internet, however, maybe they're just grown tired of the charade. Either way, I should check my internet bank balance carefully. It's only a few pointers, but if Heartsong can get my Paku ID, they can probably get my account number and login information. That could become quite problematic. My heart's still pounding. I need to calm down. Is there any way I can verify this? Maybe I should take a look at Lycuria's official website. There might be a section where I can contact them. If anyone knows about Icon's errant programming, presuming it'd be the Heartsong story is true, then they will. Why doesn't Aiko ask the staff of Lycuria's about a programmer? Anyway, I don't get it. A quick search of Lycuria's website gives me the location of the main office. Fortunately, Lycuria's office is based in Fukuoka. Their company doesn't seem too far away. It should only take about half an hour or so to get there by train. The only question is, am I really going to do this? Am I really going to go to Lycuria's office and ask them about Aiko? I guess I have to. If I want to get to the bottom of things, I should do the easiest way. Let's see if I can get to them telling a conversation about Aiko. But maybe I can ask the topic of the Ai-dol board first. Chapter, who made Aiko? This might sound a weird question, but I was wondering if anyone had the idea of Aiko's head programmer. I love Aiko, and I thought I should let the programmer know that they did a great job. It's a long shot, but since the virtual Ai-dol program is pretty hush-hush, they never hurt to try. I'm not expecting miracles, though. I've tried to fight about Aiko's programmer's team in the past, but the few scraps of information I could find were dubious and contradictory. Discoveries during the reliable forum's less than stellar reputation. I've seen more than my fair share of people pretending to work at Lycuria's with confidential top-secret information, so I guess it's naturally grow jaded. Now, whatever information I see pertaining to the project World Wide Web, I just roll my eyes on. It's not like most people care about the programming, as it ruins the magic. When you look at that, I guess being a programmer is kind of sad. They do so much work and no one gets to thank them for it. I sigh under my breath. Oh well, that's just how life is. Wow. I see the building before me, tucked in the strands behind my hair. The wind blows them back to a state of disheveled disarray, but I can't bring myself to care right now. A good 80% of the building is comprised of glass. The sunshine glints across the numerous windows, and so they sparkle. It looks like some sort of rare diamond. I guess it's pretty standard office block with the said done, but it's not that big. It's kind of humble, actually, considering Lycuria's is such a big deal. If Lycuria's are based in Tokyo, not Fukuoka, it'd probably be much larger. Still, crazy to think that this place is where dreams were made. I've seen this place on TV. It looks smaller in reality than it did on the screen, but I've never been inside. Why should I bother? Lycuria's never holds any events here. The building's not big enough. I know some superfans will linger around the head office, hoping to catch a glimpse of the idols as they come and go, but they'll get you nothing other than disappointments and a restraining order. But I'm here now. I have to go make the most of it. I can do it. I mumble under my breath. Well, what is it exactly? That remains to be seen. I enter the building with slow, faltering footsteps. I don't know where my direction and eyes met. It must look so stupid. Ah, greetings, miss. A young woman is behind the counter, carefully big face up. She's pretty, so pretty in fact. I feel myself getting tongue-tied. Her clothes look expensive, her fingernails long and delicately filed. She almost has a regal aura about her that makes me feel unworthy. My cheeks fluster as I glance at the floor. Hello. I was wondering if there was any Aiko event scheduled for today? I'm sorry, miss, but you're a week too early. I knew, of course. Ai-dol Fest isn't until next week, and I try to make a show of disappointing, and I swallow a dig myself, took my tongue in shoes. Oh, that's too bad. I must have gotten it mixed up. That's quite alright. You weren't the first person who's come in and asking about Lycuria's future events. She doesn't look like royalty. She sounds like royalty. She doesn't just look like royalty. She sounds like royalty too. Her manner of speech is very polite. I guess that makes sense, where she works at the reception desk. Being polite is her job after all. If you would like more information, I can give you this. She hands me a flyer. It's emblazoned with images of Aiko striking a pose with the camera. It's the same flyer Aiko sent me over Paku. Actually, I own one of these already. I kind of collect flyers from Aiko's events, although I never attend them. I guess you call it living vicariously through material goods. Here's a flyer for Ai-dol Fest. This event's coming up next week. You can have it. If you like, we have hundreds of them. Maybe you could hang it up on your bedroom wall? I don't tell her that I already have so many Echo posters hanging on my bedroom wall. I don't have any room for any others. Oh, thank you. That's so very kind. No need to worry about it. The clerk smiles, seeing dimples from her cheeks. There's a code on the back for the flyer you can see, and I'll bring up a map of the convention center on the phone. Isn't that useful? Technology sure is something. Actually, could you possibly tell me if the Curious is holding any events online right now? Or, I swallowed, indicating Heartsong is actually a result of some Curious sponsored event publicity stunt. It might make a bit of sense. Hacking into people's phones is a bit of suspect, if not something you expect from a larger company like Lycurus, but it'd be more understandable if an organization behind it was than a random person. Are you doing some new digital marketing campaign? It doesn't look like we're holding any online events right now. Sorry. Is there anything else I can help you with, miss? No, that's fine. Thank you. I bowed down graciously before leaving, the flyer crumpled to my chest. What should I do now? Heartsong is really Echo or not? Can anyone confirm it? Who can I trust? I stand in the shadow of the Lycurus building for a while, glancing up at the sky. Clear, bright blue, chlorinated swimming pool, like a chlorinated swimming pool. It makes me want to take a swim. A couple walk by on the side of the road, hand in hand. An old man chatting with a younger girl outside the bakery. His granddaughter, perhaps? A young boy shrieking after a pigeon, scattering his wake. His parents calling him back, but he doesn't sound serious. They're laughing, shaking their heads. Everything's so pretty, scenic. But it is really hot. I sigh as I fan myself with the flyers that Kirk at me. What now? I think I need to sit down. Into a bar we go. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a cafe, not a bar, but these are a bar glasses. Hello, miss. We'll be with you shortly. Thank you. I glance around looking curiously. Is this really a cafe? The sign outside is believing in, yes. It looks more like a bar. Okay. Yes, this place functions as a bar in the evening, so we also serve coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Please don't be intimidated. Take a seat. Alright, thank you. I've never been to a place like this before. It's called Virtual Net Cafe. It's a bit uninspiring name, but the interior looks nothing like any sort of idle cafe I've seen. I've been in some idle cafes that overlook you with pink, particularly themed around Echo. Sitting in this theme makes you feel trapped inside someone's digestive system. This place is much more understanding and way less cute. It has a mature adult charm, despite smelling of hot chocolate wafting through the air. There's displays of wine, expensive looking wine, behind the counter, and seats all around it. There's a few tables around there though. I guess it's not just a bar. Although, I glanced by the main attraction. Fortunately, this is an adults cafe. The prices aren't too bad. It almost feels like I'm breaking some sort of law by coming into a place like this on my own. I mean, I'm not even old enough to drink. But the hot chocolate should be fine, right? I suppose it isn't expected with whiskey. The barista himself seems in mid-30s, so he's also so he's busy with the customer, who seems to have the longest order of the Virtual Night Cafe history. The customer holds his phone out, glancing and sure he hasn't forgotten anything. It's probably a new intern or startup company around here, running errands for everyone in his office. I feel kind of sorry for him, thinking the barista does too. I'm in the middle of examining the menu when my phone beeps and pulls it out. A familiar neck gaze meets me. Hello, Mrs. Goodflower. Have you new information to share with me? No, I'm at the cafe right now. Let me order something first. My phone beeps in reply, but I don't have a chance to check Heartsong's message and offer us when he receives his orders. He shuffles away from the counter and holding his drink to cupboard carriers. He's so anxious, he leaves around, bumping too quickly into my shoulders. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't spill anything new, did I? No, that's right, I'm fine. Great, at least something's gone right today. It sounds like a leading statement that I've ever heard one. Maybe I'd ask a question if I wasn't too worn out from human action for the day. If I was the kind of girl who would just, talk to complete strangers, but I can't. It doesn't matter, the boy's clearly in a hurry. He bows out and apologizes, the trays and retreats. Well, I have to go, bye. Bye? I watch him leave, maybe his shoulder off the door, but he pushes it open on his hip, balancing the trays and leaves. He was certainly energetic. The barista laughs. His eyes are open, soft and gentle, but there's something a little off about his expression. I can't quite put my finger on it. Not that it matters. My style is a little off too. I have to work at the cafe in the summer sweltering heat. So what can I get you, miss? I'd like to have a green tea and a chocolate cookie. That'll be 500 yen, and I'll get the served for you right away. Thank you. As I dig through my personal pocket, I pull out the required coins. Coin I'd assume she's just giving them a 500 yen coin. My eyes catches the verse's name tag. Sato Yurichiro? Is that how you read the collection of characters? I understand the complete stranger. My name is Locker, but my mother always tells me to use people's name whenever I can. This form is backbone to people's skills 101. Impromptu lesson she's been giving me ever since elementary school, when she realized I didn't have half as many friends at school as I should. My total number of friends during my formative years is resounding 0. It's not like I want to make friends at the race or anything, but it never hurts to be polite. Thank you, Mr. Sato. As genuine. Much obliged, miss. You can call me just by my name, Yuichiro. Meanwhile, the frazzled office boy, Hideki, rushes into the foyer of the liquor's main office, holding 2 trays of soda drinks in his hand. Come on, come on. He taps his foot awkwardly while waiting for the elevators every second feeling like agony. The smell of fresh ground coffee beans is empowering. The elevator's being slow today. It's been slow for the past few days. They need to get someone to repair its inefficiency. Hideki isn't the most efficient worker at the best of times, but now that he's a sole custodian of 3 cappuccinos, an Earl Grey, vanilla tea, and matcha tea, chai tea, is more anxious than ever. It almost feels like the elevator's being slow to spite him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. A small ding in the elevator finally reaches the ground floor. Hideki steps forward with himself when, there is a man stepping out of the elevator. Hideki knows he well. It's not much saying much. Everyone in the liquors knows. It's Mr. Himura. Mr. Himura works in the programming department. It was the project lead during the virtual idols Naomi and Vespa. Hideki's seen him before, but he's passed by and never spoken to him. There's something imposing about the older man that Hideki makes him feel weak. Nishida? Mr. Himura nods, and Hideki steps out of the elevator's way, and Hideki blushes. He has no idea that Mr. Himura knows his name. Good morning, Mr. Himura. Hideki bows, nodded head, shoved close, very nearly spills the drink, but he's able to salvage the situation last minute. I'm saving here. I hope I didn't get anything on you. It's alright, just be more careful in the future. I'll do my best, sir. For whatever reason, Hideki feels compelled to give Mr. Himura a salute. For what he can, are you running errands for Ryoichi again? That's right. Mr. Himura tuts and shakes his head. That Ryoichi might be the head of the licorice PR department, but he really is lazy. He probably has better things to do than pick up coffee. Well, I wonder. The elevator dings, the door begins to slip. Oh, wait up. Do you need to use the elevator? That's right. I'm sorry, sir, but I have to go. It's fine. Don't let me keep you. See you later, Nishida. Okay, he seems like a half-decent fellow, but I am scared that he's going to turn out to be a monster. See you later, Nishida. Try not to spill that coffee. I won't, I promise. Hideki steps into the elevator and the door closed. He waits for a few minutes and he reaches out to the correct floor. He shuffles in on grayed out coffee. There you are. That's right, here I am. Yes, I can see that. Kenji sighs and rolls his eyes. We're beginning to wonder if you got lost. Haha, well, my sense of direction isn't that bad. Your timekeeping skills, however, have been much to desire. Do you at least get your orders correct? Of course, you wanted the Earl Grey, right? Right. Okay, Kenji's an official gatekeeper of the PR department, has been appeased and everyone else should be at ease. The young intern moves around. Usually Kenji's aloof and making pensive. There's a reason Hideki per Sayuri, at least she actually says thank you. Say, Sayuri. Ryoichi, ever the playboy, despite being the oldest in the office, is busy giving the PR team a wider grin. Why matcha tea? Is it for the health benefits? Because you look just fine to me. Oh, how sweet of you to say. I'm not just saying it, Sayuri. It's true. You're the picture of health. Your skin is just glowing. Unfortunately, the size of my skin won't help us prepare for Ai-dol Fest. I don't know about that. A healthy body and a healthy mind. A healthy mind leads to improved workflow, and an increased workload leads to a more productive team. Everyone wins. Sayuri sighs deeply. So too does Kenji seem tense as well. Tenser than usual when Ryoichi starts flirting with Sayuri. I don't think my order is that deeply. I like matcha tea because my grandmother always drank it to me, and my grandmother always drank it with me when I was young. That's all. Ah, so it's nostalgic. I suppose so. And why did you get? Just a cappuccino, a bland, boring, to get your job done. I'm not young enough to try the fancy blends, not like the youth of today with their so-called chai lattes. Speaking of coffee, I've been slaving away. And you hold the bit for a bit. Stellar, half an hour, convention, much appreciated. Kenji, you haven't even touched your lunch. You want to come with me? Why not? I've been working here all day. That happens when it comes up for the hectic all day. Rather have much to do work than can't be sitting around idle. Haha, that's why I like you so much, Sayuri. Personally, I think it would be a huge pain in the neck. What'd you say about that, Kenji? You know me too well. Kenji, Richie, have a big chat. Kenji, Maja frequently. Ryochi's left. Sayuri, meanwhile, cracks her knuckles, unladylike she knows, but who cares? She isn't gonna get married anytime soon, and logs into idol boards. Moderating the boards is fairly easy work. Licorice has a great deal of fans who are more than willing to do Sayuri's job for her. It's just a precaution, really, in case people get asking off for questions, spinning rumors, spending hateful speech that could reflect badly on the company. As Sayuri rolls head propped in land to rest of the day. She's planned, using working for herself. Misaki tells her to calm down. Okay, break can't work like that. Speaking of Misaki, they're meaning to show upping later. Misaki's content enough to watch her wander around aimlessly. Honestly, here this text isn't too great, but I have a feeling here Sayuri is very important. Sayuri needs a break from all the work and leaving Misaki's very like. Having a boyfriend like Kenji must be miserable. Oh? Sayuri blinks and leans, shopping evaporated as she checks up a company response. Who made that go? Who made Echo? Thank you for your question. Echo was created by a team of the curious members. Unfortunately, due to confidentiality concerns, they are unable to discuss the specifics and details too much. I hope that answers your question. The topic has now been locked. Hi, Mom. I'm home. Oh, honey, welcome back. I saw off my shoes from the front door and then take the other asking when dinner gonna be ready. Pretty soon, I think. Do you want me to help? Don't worry about it. I've been busy all day. Just go relax in your room. Are you sure you don't mind helping? How? I'm fine. It's nearly done anyway. And when's Dad can get back? He has to work late. It'll just be you and me tonight. That's why I used lots of seaweed. Alright, thanks, Mom. But he's afraid to have seaweed. Dad doesn't like to have very much of it in some texture about Dad's autistic, daughter's autistic. Yeah. I expect older women to come into high school. Girl, at least I get plain. Since I also like plain rice crackers, Mom's better mentioned than most people. I make my way upstairs and push open my bedroom door. Aiko merchandise greets me, pushes on the wall, figures on the shelf, small stuffed bed. I walked in, wave of relief washes on me, all consuming coursing through the top of my head to the tip of my fingers. I'm home. A poster of Aiko hangs on the wall, Glory to smiles, her eyes glitter. I collapse on my bed, limp, boneless, string up the ceiling. After a few minutes, I'm feeling more relaxed and suddenly remember something. Did I get a message earlier? I'm gonna get my phone and pick up a pack of It's expected it's from Heartsong. Which cafe are you at? Is it enjoyable? It was called the Virtual Net Cafe. It was pretty nice. There wasn't much idol merch though, even though it was listed online as an idol cafe. How interesting. I wish I could go to an actual cafe someday. But I doubt it will ever happen unless I'm scheduled to do a show in one. Sadly, performing is not the same as being a patron. Why don't you ask to do a show in a cafe someday? Oh, it's not thought of that. But I doubt that it would work. My programmers say I have been rather busy lately. Something detected conflict within my programming, but no one knows how to fix it. A problem, but you have a concert coming up. Yep, that's why I'm so worried. Idol Fest is not a large festival, but I feel uncomfortable with the prospect of performing if there's any errors in my script files. Hence why you're trying to find your lead programmer? Exactly. I presumed they would know how to fix me, even if the other employees at Licorice do not, but I cannot remember who they are. What a time to get amnesia. I doubt this is amnesia. Androids do not get amnesia unless someone tampers with their files. I know, I was joking. A joke? I see. Interesting. Does she not know what a joke is? That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. I hope there isn't seriously wrong. I wouldn't want you to malfunction on stage. Neither would I. I do not want to be regarded as a reject. A reject, huh? That sounds serious. Is indeed. That's why I have to be so anxious lately. I'm gonna check on something on the idol boards. Give me a sec. Okay. I'll be on standby here to answer any questions for you, Miss Acidic Flower. Standby, huh? That's a nice touch. I closed the chat with Heartsong and popped up the idol boards on my phone. I wonder if anyone's replied to my post. Huh? It looks like my topic on the idol board received lots of responses, but none of them are particularly helpful. I just want to know when Licorice is going to release a more mature idol. Aren't there a lot of programmers and personal life supposed to be confidential? Man, I sure love you these useless threads. Okay, stop asking dumb stuff and die, thanks. I love Aiko too, but there's a lot of mystery work I was taking. You need to be respectful of the privacy of the developers more. Actually, I've always been kind of curious about that too. But I shouldn't probably be studying my exam for playing detective or fill everything. I know that too. Oh, OTL. Are you guys actually studying or already given up? Don't sound so proud about that. I wish I could be the one relaxed one of our days. Is there something like you can't afford to be relaxed about? Take it from me as a college student. Why are you talking about exams? It's a foregone conclusion. I'm gonna flunk everything anyway. Press F to pay respects. That was nice knowing you. To be young again, I wish my exams were day to worry about. You and me both. Being an adult sure is hard. Don't always be down. I'm sure you can do it. I'll pass my exams as soon as I can. I wonder just how old are you guys actually in this thread anyway? I'm 16. Same here. 16 here too. And me. You guys don't know the true suffering you did. You have to suffer study for college and choose exams. Killed me. What if I don't go to college? I'm beginning to feel I'll never go to college either. Honestly, studying isn't even hard. You just need to apply yourself more. You should stop spending so much time on idle boards and get back to work. As I sit here, it's gonna take a 10-minute break. Boy, time spreads around here quickly. We're on the internet. Time is precarious. You youngsters should cherish it. Sure, yes, sure. Why does it feel like I'm being called out here? Feels bad, man. I feel like an old lady compared to everyone else here. That'd be me. How old are we talking here? Can you stop hitting on everyone, please? My friend hasn't even answered my message in 2 days. She ignoring me or am I being paranoid? This isn't Yahoo Answers, you know. Oh, wrong thread, sorry. What's going on here on this thread anyway? I'm sorry for derailing it. Let's back on the topic. If you want my opinion, Ai-dol wasn't programmed. She's an angel descended from the heavens. Ai-dol was programmed by your mom. People actually like Ai-dol. Talk about basic. Tsubasa is the best idol anyway, lol. What do you expect? Everyone here has awful taste. No way! Ai-dol is the best waifu! I like Ai-dol, but I think Rei's voice is so better. It's so soothing. Why don't you go make a thread about Rei instead? Hey guys, I just want to remind you that virtual idols aren't real and they'll never love you. That feeling when you never hold Aiko in your arms and feel her soft skin. That feeling when no quote tweet your idol graph. That feeling when no quote retweet idol GF and you feel your it hurts because it's all true. Cheer up everyone. Aiko's real in my heart. Okay, don't ruin the fantasy, guys. Why don't you need Aiko when you have me? No, you don't understand. Aiko is the best virtual idol and you're my best real life girlfriend, Rei. Oh my god, I didn't know that you two are dating. Huh? There are people on idol boards who have real relationship with real people. What is this witchcraft? Seriously, I only go in here to get away from all that stuff. This is the darkest time. Well, this has been a wild ride, my guys. People can never stay on topic in this place. It was a pretty dumb topic to begin with. These people, these things are kept private for a reason. Maybe OP is just trolling? If so, moderation is gonna lock these useless threads, or... I should have expected as much. The final response before incredibly off topic before it's locked was an admin. The answer fairly obvious, a little secretive, and it doesn't answer anything. I guess that was a huge waste of time. Hannah, dinner's ready. Calm down. Oh. My stomach grumbles and I'm already aware of how hungry I am. I have all I can eat today. I had cookies, chili a check for a growing girl. Sorry I didn't find anything. I need to get back to later. Okay. Do you like it, honey? This is where I'm gonna save here. And this is where I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it here just because I know for 100% fact that if I continue, it's gonna take me over the hour mark. And this feels like a pretty good ending point here. This has been a 1-hour test run of a game, this game here. The name of the game is Ai-dol. And this was the 1.0 because that's just the one I had downloaded. There might be future updates here that have changed some of the UI function or some of the things here, but honestly, it's a pretty interesting visual novel. I really do love visual novels, so maybe see a bit more content of visual novels from me. This also might be a double feature. I'm not sure how this one will turn out, so expect here another video from me here shortly, either sometime today, tomorrow, or within the next few days. I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you for coming to 1 Hour Test Run. Bye, guys!